Hello there, my name is Big City Mo. You're welcome to my channel. Big City Mo is a public speaker, a teacher, and a lifestyle and tourism enthusiast. On this channel, we'll glorify the activities and the lifestyle of Africa and African people at home and in the diaspora. Everything positive about Africa. However, today we're going to talk about three major enemies of this continent. Africa's three major enemies. I'll be right back and we'll jump right in. Welcome back. Big City Mo remains my name. If this is your first time of seeing my video, please go through some of my work. And if you find anyone that appeals to you, please do not forget to subscribe, share the video, and tell someone about it. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. Share the video. Let's keep it rolling. Africa is a continent, and being an Africa is a pride to me. I'm proudly African. Let's jump right in. Africa's three major enemies. The first one of the three major enemies is war and ethnic crisis. Yes, war and ethnic crisis. We all know that several wars are actually being developed humanly, naturally, or just war just coming up. People can just fabricate war and then it escalates and turn to something else beyond control. So war and ethnic crisis. As a matter of fact, we have well over 2,000, 3,000 different tribes in this continent. How do you expect multicultural tribes to cohabit? It is always very difficult, and that's why we have war. But we don't just have war because of some of this ethnic crisis or ethnic groups. We have crisis because people don't understand each other, misunderstanding, misconception, intolerance. We don't have respect for our tribes, and then we start having issues. Among several wars that actually existed in this continent, over 20 have existed in sub-Saharan alone. That is too much, according to Transparency International. Unnecessary war, war arising from political crisis, war arising from territorial boundaries, war arising from misunderstanding, and war arising from minority and majority crisis. Major tribe and minor tribe having issues over power tussle. So one of the major enemies of African sustainability and existence is what? War and ethnic crisis. We can overcome this if we can tolerate ourselves. We have all manner of tribe, different ethnic groups, and different states have tribes. But of course, if we understand ourselves, we can work out that. Now, the second major enemies of Africa is corruption. That name corruption can actually be overblown. Because corruption right now is apparently one of the most trending name in African system. The moment you start talking about Africa, the next thing that comes in your mind is corruption. African government is so corrupt that you can't really define, you can't have a perfect definition of corruption in this continent. A particular government leader is as rich as a continent. These are leaders that are not even business-oriented people. They are politicians and they are well richer than their continent. People are corrupt. Government is corrupt. The system is corrupt. The society is corrupt. Then how do we tackle corruption? That is why Africa continues to battle poverty and impoverishment among the people. So the second reason of Africans' enemy is corruption. And of course, you can have your definition of corruption. I can have my definition of corruption. Every one of us has seen corruption in Africa in different sphere and in different understanding. Until we start cutting down, raise a generation of different mindset people, raise a generation of like-minded people that are not thinking corruption in their system, raise a generation of free thinkers that are willing to fight corruption to a standstill. That is when Africa will come to the limelight. The third enemy of Africans' existence is climatic and weather condition. It is very important to know that in Africa we have two major seasons, the rainy season and the dry season. Well, in some part of Africa, we have some areas where they have winter and snow, which is not very prominent, maybe Southern Africa and some part of Tunisia. But majorly in Africa, we have dry season and rainy season. Now, the major problem here is you have the flood problem, you have desertification, and then you have what? Drought. when it is completely very dry. Now, a particular drought season can take an average of 6 months in some part of Africa. In some part of Eastern Africa, you can have complete drought for like 6 months. 6 months out of 1 year is gone. You can't farm, you can't produce anything. That means there's going to be shortage of food for the rest of the year. And when it rains, when the rain comes again, the rain comes torrentially, like 4 months and heavily, and the whole place is flooded. And when it's flooded, you can't even farm equally. Then there's going to be shortage of food. The other part is desertification, where the sand does come in from the desert encroachment into the settlement of people. And before you know it, half of the city or half of the settlement has been engulfed in desertification, sand everywhere, and the people tend to run away from their settlement. Those are the 3 problems arising from climatic conditions. However, these are the 3 major enemies of the sustenance of Africa: war and ethical crisis, corruption, and climatic and weather conditions. Okay, we can work together to make all these things work in balance, work in perfect, if we put our heads together. Kudos to African Union. They're actually doing a lot in this aspect of climatic and weather conditions, and United Nations as well. They are doing a lot. But Africans need to get their act right if Africa will come back to the limelight. Alright, if this is your first time of seeing my video, please do not forget to subscribe on this channel. Let's glorify Africa together and proudly Africa. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel so you'll be updated on each time we update our video. I'll be signing out now, and I'll see you in the subsequent video.